Welcome to day one of the 2020 Small Business Celebration. Please welcome to your screen David Printe, Senior Vice President of Strategic Partnerships with the Greater Kansas City Chamber of Commerce.
Well, good morning, everybody. Like Sydney said, my name's David Printe, and welcome to our first ever virtual Small Business Celebration Candidates Showcase, done via Zoom in this crazy year that is 2020. We're so happy to have you and so happy to have these candidates with us today. And I just want to start by saying it's been such a crazy year, and we're so excited to have you all here. We are going to produce today a high energy, high impact sort of event where we meet some of Kansas City's best small businesses. We couldn't be more excited for that. We have 37 candidates that will be with us for the next few days. 2 days of celebration with us. They'll all be in the running for the Mr. K Small Business of the Year Award, or one of our specialty awards. The coveted Mr. K Award is the culminating, and there are so many great businesses that are deserving. From insurance companies to restaurants to marketing firms, all of these businesses are moving forward, and they're some of the best in Kansas City. This year, we're starting something new. In addition to the Zoom platform, we also have introducing the Honeywell Fan Favorite Award. On Friday, we'll be sending you all a survey to choose your personal favorite presentation from today or tomorrow's presentations. And the winner will be featured on the Chamber's Instagram account and a member spotlight. But don't worry, your vote on the fan favorite will not affect the overall judging in their candidacy, but it is a fun addition. It's something we're excited to do and highlight more of our great small businesses here in Kansas City. As you may know, 75% of the Chamber's members are small business. And we're so fortunate to have all of you as our stakeholders. We could not do this work without you. And in this environment, what you mean to our economy has never been more important. So from the bottom of our heart at the Chamber staff, we thank you for your investment in us and for your business that you're doing in Kansas City. This time, I want to thank some wonderful sponsors. Our 2020 Small Business Programming sponsor, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City, and Evergy. We thank them from the bottom of our heart for their continued support of all that the Chamber does. Also, our CEO sponsor is Honeywell. At this time, I wanted to introduce American Century, who is today's Candidate Showcase sponsor. We're so fortunate to have American Century in our community. And I'm happy at this time to introduce my good friend and one of the most energetic people that you'll see today, Miss Diane Gallagher. She's the Vice President of Client Marketing for American Century. Diane?
Thank you so much, David. It's great to be with everyone today on such a big, important day. I want to say hello to everyone who's attending on YouTube and hello to all of our wonderful candidates taking part today. We know this is a little bit different than how the showcase has run in the past, but so many businesses have shown us that we can adapt and innovate even in the most difficult of circumstances. American Century Investments is so proud to support the showcase. It's more important than ever to support our small businesses in Greater Kansas City. These small businesses drive our local economy, support local causes, and turn streets and intersections into neighborhoods where people get to know each other and grow their community. They also bring much innovation and opportunity. American Century is proud to play a role in that. We're a global asset manager with 1,300 employees in 6 offices around the globe, including our headquarters right at 45th and Main. But we were once a small business too. Our founder, James Stowers, started our company in his 1-bedroom apartment right here in KC. So as our global reach grows, we know that great businesses and great ideas come from everywhere, especially here in the Greater Kansas City area. So the candidates today, in a very different kind of candidate showcase, will actually take part in a Shark Tank kind of presentation. They will each have 1 minute to give their presentation, followed by 3 minutes to answer judges' questions. And as always, the judges are anonymous. Even in a virtual setting, you'll hear their voices, but you won't be able to see them. So get ready to see some great pitches over the next 2 days and learn about the excellent small businesses competing for our Small Business Awards, as David mentioned, culminating with the Mr. K Award.
Thanks, Diane. You're one of the best. We appreciate you and your sponsorship. The next thing will be to see if I can stay on script for 18 or 19 candidate introductions. So we're going to do this, people. We're excited to get going. Our first candidate is a print marketing and sign business that prides itself on taking personal interest in every client's needs. They combine their personal touch with their large network to deliver customer service. Please welcome Alpha Graphics, Kansas City.
Yeah. As many of our daily activities become virtual, connecting with our customers and community is more challenging than ever. Even in a digital world, our brains are still hardwired for tactile interactions. Alpha Graphics Kansas City shines by providing physical printed products and services that make your marketing and communications more impactful. The average person receives more than 3,000 marketing messages a day. Think about the ones you actually remember. They are likely a unique mail piece, an eye-catching sign, or your favorite catalog. So while 96% of visitors leave your website without taking any action, your direct mail sticks around for an average of 17 days. Print is not dead. Since the way you do business has changed dramatically, so has the way we do business. My team consistently adapts to create solutions for your clients. We take time to understand your goals and identify the products that will help you be more successful. Then promptly produce your products to meet our high quality standards. For more than 10 years, Alpha Graphics Kansas City has been the go-to print shop downtown. My team of creative and dedicated professionals are pleased to serve Kansas City.
Judge number one, it's your turn to ask a question.
Okay,
Hi there,
in your
Graphics.
application, okay, good morning. In your application, you stated that the individual success is critical to the success of your business and the community. How does your organization promote the professional growth and development of its individual employees?
Good question. So thank you. I'm Haley Har with Alpha Graphics. And one of the ways, I really feel that we rise together. So the better that each of my team members do, the better we do as an organization. So, we have one-on-one meetings with them regularly to help understand what their goals are, both personally and professionally, to be able to tailor what we do for them. It can be as simple as they want to know more about mailing. We provide mailing training either from the post office, from other of our organizations, or sales training. We have a lot of sales coaches that goes on both personally with myself and with outsiders to help come in and help them train.
Hi, Alpha Graphics. Thanks for your presentation this morning. I'm curious how you have had to pivot in 2020 with the pandemic and the economic challenges, and what changes and challenges you see going forward from now and through 2021 in your industry.
Absolutely. So much like the recession about 10 years ago, we actually bought our business during the recession. And at that point, that was a huge shift for the printing market and the printing industry. And right now is a very similar shift. We're seeing that the products that our customers need are much different today than they were in March. People aren't at the office. People aren't going into stores. So how do you connect with those people? I mentioned direct mail in my pitch. That is one of the ways. But signage, finding new ways to interact virtually like this. So providing a kit to somebody who is taking a class or attending a virtual conference so that they have that tangible piece. Because our brains truly do interact well, and we learn best when we have a tactile product or a tactile book to be reading or piece of material. So we've really looked at how do we pivot and how does my team have to suggest those products from the social distancing, from the PPE, all of those things that you can continue to brand to help serve the community and promote who you are so that businesses and consumers still know who you are.
Great, thank you.
Well, I appreciate everything, and thank you so much for having us today. And I'm happy to get to kick off this event this morning.
Thank you, Alpha Graphics. We appreciate you getting us started today. Our next candidate delivers on-demand, bite-sized content and an audience-first approach. This candidate also ranked #1 of Ingram's list of fastest-growing companies this past July. Please welcome Amply Media.
Thanks, David. This is Ryan Shar, the CEO of Amply Media. We are a digital media company based here in Kansas City. We own and operate over 40 websites across many different verticals, ranging from news and sports to parenting and healthy living. You can see some of the logos of some of our websites on the right. We've had record-setting growth the last 4 years. We hit 100 million subscribers in 2020, and we are ranked number 59 on the Inc. 5000 with over 5,000% revenue growth. How did we achieve this amazing growth? We believe that our people are our most valuable asset. 95% of our people are based here in Kansas City, and we plan to continue to hire here locally. We see that our people are extremely engaged. 90% of our employees said they would recommend working for Amply Media to their friends in an anonymous survey. Our employee attrition rate is less than 5%, and we are a certified great place to work and named one of the best companies to work by Ingram's magazine. We also do a lot to support our community. You can see on the left some of the different organizations that we've worked with. We aim to contribute $75,000 per year in time and donations to support the Kansas City community. And that's one quick minute on Amply Media. Any questions?
Yes, thank you again so much for your presentation and for being here this morning. You mentioned some of your community involvement, but so besides of money, can you talk a little bit about what your company does to engage in the community and why it's important that Amply be engaged?
Sure. Yeah, I think, our employees find it to be very rewarding to be able to contribute and give back to the community. So, we do a lot of different events. I'll speak to one of the recent events that we did is we worked with the Brand Lab, which gave us the opportunity to coach and guide some inner city high school students on an RFP proposal to H&R Block. And so there was about 20 people within our organization that got to teach them different aspects of that process, as far as creating the presentation, selling it, some data analytics and things like that. So we're always looking for different ways to support the community because it does mean a lot to our employees, and it's a big part of the way we think about our business.
Thank you.
Morning. Thank you for your presentation and for doing this in this new virtual way. This has become the new norm, so it's interesting to do it this way. I'm really intrigued by your company. I've seen all the awards that you've won, both nationally and locally, and your fast growth and everything. I'm wondering if you could describe your company and what you do to, you mentioned high schoolers for the Brand Lab. So if you're sitting down with an entrepreneurship class in a high school and describing your company and what they do, could you explain that in sort of those terms?
Yeah, absolutely. So we own, 40 different websites, like I said, across many different verticals. And we use some pretty advanced digital marketing techniques to drive users to our websites. So you might be on ESPN.com or another website, and you'll see an ad for one of our websites that would drive you to our website. And then the user can opt in to receive messaging from our website. And so once the user does that, we can then deliver the content to them on their device that they signed up on for that vertical. So we're able to provide our audience with great content every single day through the device that they signed up on. And so, we take pride in our ability to entertain our audience, inform our audience, send out, any sort of breaking news or health tips of the day and things like that. So that's what we do.
Great, thank you.
The countdown clock's kind of got in my head a little bit. So thank you, Amply Media. I guess that was my turn, so my bad. Our next candidate has made a name for themselves by bringing San Francisco flavor to KC. With their Dutch crunch bread and their small West Plaza shop, they have quickly become a catering staple for many businesses. Please welcome Bay Boy Sandwiches.
Hi, I'm Jake, the meat lord here at Bay Boy Specialty Sandwiches. I make amazing meats and awesome sauces for some of the best sandwiches in the city.
Hi, I'm Julian of Bay Boy Specialty Sandwiches, and I'm the Breadmeister. I make delicious Dutch Crunch bread.
We've been operating our shop full-time for over just 2 years in the West Plaza neighborhood.
We've also been doing events, festivals, and food trailer opportunities. And these have proven to us that our sandwiches, our product, is highly sought after and easily mobilized in this fashion. We're hoping we can convey that into future opportunities moving forward.
Being born in San Francisco but raised in Kansas City had a great impact on my desire to start Bay Boy. I wanted to bring something unique and wonderful from where I was born and introduce it to my new hometown of Kansas City, and it just translated to be Bay Boy.
Hello. Hey.
Hello. Well, thank you. Now you've got me hungry. Is it lunchtime yet? Definitely. So you mentioned that you want to open a second location in the near future. And so what is it going to take to grow, to get you to that next store? Customers, staff, market share, competing with all the other sandwich shops? If you could answer that, that'd be great.
So essentially what we're looking for there is we're looking for a second location with enough space to run a full prep side that we can go back to our original location and sort of offload some of the prep we do there and just make the whole thing run nicer. We need space more than anything else.
Okay, so you're talking not necessarily a second retail location, but more an operational facility to help.
Oh, a retail location that has enough space that we can offload that prep. I guess I should have clarified.
Okay, great. Thank you.
No problem.
Hey guys, thanks for that presentation. So can you give us a quick background on what your background is and what made you want to start Bay Boy and what propelled you to take the leap into entrepreneurialism?
Well, it started, I started working at a pizza shop right around the corner from Bay Boy now. And there I started, I really missed the sandwiches back home in San Francisco. And I looked around the city to find something similar, but there was nothing kind of close. So I wanted to just give it a try, just test out the recipes. And at the time, me and Jake were living together. And we were like, do you want to test this out just as a pop-up, like one day a week? And then that's how it started. And then it grew from there. And our fan base kind of just grew from there. And people seem to enjoy it. So that's kind of started as an idea, very small. And then it grew to a pop-up. And then we got invited to events. And then we eventually were like, let's take the leap into a full-time shop.
Great, thanks. Good for you for doing that, taking the risk.
Thank you. And that's Bay Boy. Do. Hey.
All right, they unlocked my video. So thanks, Bay Boy. Our next candidate is an architecture firm. They were founded 50 years ago and emerged as an early pioneer in sustainable design. They continue to place sustainability at the core of what they do. Please help me welcome BNIM.
what is the real impact of our designs on the people we intend to serve? Are we improving their life, their health, their well-being, their productivity, the vitality of their neighborhood, the city, the watershed, airshed, et cetera?
All the way back to the very beginning, BNIM has been a place that cares deeply about people and the communities in which we live, work, and play. It's about being good citizens. It's about taking care of this world that we've been given, this environment that we have. It's about doing the right thing.
To think about enhancing the human condition with what we do every day is really powerful. From my experience, that has been the continuum. We're constantly asking questions of how we could continue to be better at what we do and be thoughtful in our designs.
When we do something, it really matters. You know, when we do something really, really well, it helps people be healthier. It helps people be better connected to nature and the systems that support life on this planet.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for that video. That was very good. I wanted to ask you, as a legacy business applicant, please explain why Kansas City is important to BNIM and what it means to be based in the Kansas City area.
Yeah, thanks. Great question. You know, BNIM has been located and deeply invested, as we talked about here, for 50 years in Kansas City, and we've grown from an office of 4 in 1970 to an office of more than 80 individuals with 2 other offices. And you know, we've become kind of an internationally recognized pioneer in sustainable design for the better part of that history. But the work, you know, of our staff and principals, it's critically important for us to be rooted in our community, and this is where it all started for us. And so we continue to encourage each of our employees to be good stewards of our community and to be deeply rooted and invested in it. Kansas City and Kansas City, and what's been so rewarding for us is for us to have the privilege of helping this city grow into what it's become. We've had the opportunity to partner with so many incredible people, and we hope to continue to do that well into the future. So, you know, we're just really excited about what's happened here in the region, and we're glad to be a part of it.
Hi there. So BNIM's been around for 50 years, as you said. I'm imagining this year is, if not the most challenging year ever, one of the most challenging years ever. And I'm curious, as a legacy applicant, how this might change your industry and change your company to ensure that you have another 50 years.
Yeah, that's a great question. As you said, this is a really interesting year to be celebrating a milestone birthday like this. So, but you know, and on the other hand, it's been an opportunity for us to really take a step back and evaluate how we're doing what we're doing. And we've already begun to do that, what we've called kind of redesigning design. And it's really about taking a really critical look at both how we work as a practice, but also how we work together with our industry partners, which is so important. And so it's certainly been a challenge that we are up for, and that we're going to continue to really refine in the years ahead. But yeah, certainly been an interesting year, and we're excited for the future.
We're the small business team from Honeywell, this year's CEO sponsor of the Kansas City Chamber's Small Business Celebration.
We're here to cheer on all the candidates for the KC Chamber's Small Business Awards.
Congratulations, candidates! Your small business is important to Kansas City. Keep up the good work.
Love those presentations.
Go candidates! Go KC Chamber! Go small business!
Go small business. I like it. Thanks, Honeywell. Thanks, BNIM as well. This next candidate creates sporty fashion, highlighting everyone from the Kansas City Chiefs to UMKC. They have been featured in the Ebony 100, the Women Who Mean Business, and many more. Please welcome Cherry.
Hi, My name is Dayla Cherry, CEO and founder of the Cherry Company. Cherry is a sports and clothing company known for creative designs, sporty fashion clothing, and most notably, the Casey Mahomes denim jacket. Our company was established in 2012, and we currently partner with 22 colleges and universities, in addition to the Negro League Baseball Museum, to produce an array of sweet merchandise. We believe in community, sports, and in developing young people. As such, we utilize our platform to leverage and sponsor education and sports initiatives throughout our foundation. This year, we launched a major initiative called Entrepreneurship KC. Entrepreneurship KC is an initiative to create the next generation of entrepreneurs by providing immersive entrepreneur experiences for high school students. As an entrepreneur, I know firsthand the values of seeing great role models. Our customers would describe us as sports, fashion, and fun. Creative, innovative styles, so you stay on top.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. In your application, you mentioned that your goal is to gain some large distribution agreements as part of your growth strategy. So what obstacles have you encountered to date and accomplished that? And what would you need to make this happen to get you to the next level?
Great question. What's been very interesting for us during the COVID period and time period is that we really were aggressive in seeking out retail distribution opportunities. And so we recently launched a retail space within the Made in KC store on the plaza, and we are in preliminary conversations with also Rally House. In addition to that one, we also are having some preliminary conversations with Nordstrom so that we can diversify just our retail distribution.
Very good. Thank you.
I love that jacket in the background.
Thank you.
That's really cool. So this seems like a pretty crowded marketplace, both with companies that are public facing and some that are behind the scenes. So congratulations on your success over the years. How do you differentiate yourself from those companies like Charlie Hustle and others that are well known and are competing with you on a daily basis?
Yeah, wonderful question. So for us, really the sporty fashion and targeting women has been our niche. It sets us apart from the others that are in the Kansas City market, but also truly too with the elaboration of really going into different markets in the collegiate space. That's really set us apart as well. So our clothing isn't just defined by just your traditional tee for some of the other companies that they offer, but different styles and unique styles, and also creating our own innovative styles around our own bags, and working directly with manufacturers to do that. So I know that for those pieces, it's really been beneficial and really helped us expand our growth.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Cherry. That video is going to be memorable. Technology is what it is, and we appreciate you being here. I think we all got the impact of that video and appreciate you guys doing that. So let's go Chiefs. How about that? Okay, our next candidate has turned the unique sport of pickleball. Thanks, Cherry. The next candidate has turned the unique sport of pickleball into a social movement involving a restaurant, outdoor activities, concerts, and more. Please welcome Chicken and Pickle.
Okay, we'll do chicken. And we're on. Welcome from Chicken and Pickle. Here we go.
Hi, Kansas City. We are live from Chicken and Pickle. Our hearts are local. Community is one of our core values. And it's been an interesting year. Since March, we've delivered over 10,000 free meals, and we took the time to create the Chicken and Pickle Foundation. We are dedicated to this community, and we will always serve Kansas City. Our hearts are local.
And our food is local. We work with over 150 local area farms, from Good Natured Family Farms to Mortar Farms. All of our food is fresh and made in-house every day. Our hearts are local, and we also love our team.
We're excited to keep growing in Kansas City. More to come in 2021. Woo!
Good morning. Good morning, Chicken and Pickle. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, great. You brought some energy, and that's some fantastic food there for sure. So you talked a little bit about Kansas City. I want to hear a little bit more about that. Your flagship venue, where I assume you guys are, is obviously rooted in Kansas City and has experienced enormous success. So talk a little bit more about how this city and this region and the business community has helped launch the concept into the success that's been experienced and really allowed you to consider growth into other markets.
Absolutely. You know, we're local. We started here in North Kansas City by a crazy idea of let's put some old school values back in our community. Pickleball, it's very, there's no technology. So it's very old school. You pick up a paddle, you pick up a ball, you play, you interact, you socialize, and that's what we've built our company on. While, you know, it's fun. I came on 6 months after Chicken and Pickle opened, and the owner said, I think I really got something here. So to be part of the growth and just give people a place of community. This pandemic's been tough, and we've seen it more than ever, and appreciate just a place for people to come and just be.
Thank you.
Hey, good morning, Chicken and Pickle. It is clear you guys have an awesome culture there and a great group of staff. So as you continue expanding your business, how do you make sure you maintain that culture in other regions as you grow outside of the local touch of Kansas City?
You know, I think it's all about training and bringing that positive attitude. You know, I think a big part of what we do is how we interact with people, how we treat people. And so those core values, whether it's giving, whether it's treating people with respect, all those things they're a big part of our business, you know. We care about our food, we care about our employees, we care about our communities, no matter where we go. You know, if it's, for instance, you know, San Antonio, some of our local farmers that we couldn't work with in Kansas City, we found some new ones in San Antonio. So the idea of community is throughout Chicken and Pickle, no matter where we go.
Definitely, and we love to hire within. We are a family, and I think that's really common in a new company, but we all wear a lot of hats. I always like to tell people, we really don't have a top down, we're a big circle. We step in and we do what we got to do to keep growing. And sports, we love, you know, I don't know, it's fun. We have so many Chiefs players that love to come play. I don't know if you saw Patrick Mahomes, but he just said how much he loved coming to Chicken and Pickle with Sammy Watkins on his off days. It's just a fun, active lifestyle.
Great, thank you.
The old unmute button. I got 8 candidates in without doing the unmute thing. Our next candidate is a digital product agency that designs and builds custom software. They have 35 employees throughout the country with a home base in Kansas City. Please welcome Crema.
Hi, my name is George Brooks and I'm one of the founders here at Crema. Over the last 10 years, we've been using creativity, technology, and culture to help individuals and organizations thrive. So what does that mean? What does that look like? That for us looks like a results-based culture where as long as you support your team and your client, work is flexible. Or Venture Lab Fridays where we dial down all client work to work on new innovative ideas and growth. Not to mention demo days, lunch and learn, and so much more. This is why apprenticeship programs, free community workshops, happy hours in Kansas City for product managers, developers, and designers, or sponsorship of creative mornings, Kansas City Women in Tech, and Launch Code are all part of our DNA. Looks like volunteering with Girls on the Run, After the Harvest, The Whole Person, or Giving the Basics, and hundreds of free videos that share all that we've learned. And other people have taken note. We won Greatest Places to Work National Award, and we're an Inc. 5000 recipient. Now, building a company like this does not come easy. It takes hard, intentional work. But that's about building confidence and trust, both internally and with our clients. Because we believe that design, technology, and culture can actually help individuals and organizations thrive. We're proof of that. I I can't wait to share more with you live. Thank you for this opportunity.
Hi, guys.
Good morning, Karma. Thank you for that video. That was fantastic. You talked a lot about culture and the impact in that, and it was clear in your application as well that you submitted. Discuss a little bit more about the way you really look to empower your employees to really drive that creativity and innovation that's so crucial for you guys, including a little bit more around those Innovation Lab Fridays.
Oh man, I could nerd out for a lot longer than the time that I have on our culture and definitely on the innovation here at Crema. One of the things I think that is really important is that we start with asking a simple question, and that is, how are you feeling? It's as simple as that. Sometimes it's just like getting into the understanding of the mindset of our team, of our clients, that help us to better understand how we can collaborate together, how we can work together to actually empathize and seep in from different people's perspectives. And I think that's really what ends up creating an incredible culture internally. And then of course, our clients become part of that culture. They hire us and stay with us for years on end because of the culture, because of the collaboration they receive. And jumping to your second question about Venture Lab. Venture Lab is one of our favorite activities. We've had a chance to have it published in Fastco magazine and a couple other places, but it's an opportunity where we dial down all client work every other Friday, and we come together and we do a couple different things. We work on continual education. We work on maybe personal growth. And then sometimes we get together and we allow teams to actually come and pitch their ideas. So just kind of like a demo day or an incubator or an accelerator, we allow that to happen internally. It allows us to test new ideas, new technology, and allow people to try new things. And what's incredible is that we actually get to build real digital products. So apps that actually get published to the App Store. And even some of those get successful enough that they grow to hundreds of thousands of users and might actually go through some acquisitions, press to come soon, hopefully. So we are actually seeing some results from not only doing the cultural work of Innovation Lab and Venture Lab, but also the revenue side of it as well.
Morning, Crema. You have tremendous growth already. So as you look at the next 5 years in your business, what are the new things you start to do to continue that growth?
Yeah, we are planning to grow. Even in the face of what's happening in the world, technology has become a necessary piece of helping people figure out how to work in the quote unquote new normal or in the new way that business is operating. So really pressing into that, I think we've got 3 different or 4 different areas that we're going to be pressing into. One is really actually trying to create Venture Lab as a part of our business model, actually making that more of an intentional piece of our work and creating that more of the revenue model. Also, that's going to be in areas of professional growth and continuing to put out content in the world to help other organizations think the way that we do. So more to come on that.
Thanks, Crema. The hook was looming. You did great. Thank you. This next candidate has been providing healthcare to patients who have experienced orthopedic injuries for nearly 100 years. They now have 17 physicians in 2 locations, one in Kansas City, Missouri, and one in Leawood. Our next candidate, Dixon Dively Orthopedics.
Thanks, David. Great haircut, by the way. Thank you to the Kansas City Chamber of Commerce. Thank you to the judges for taking some time to be with us today. And I want to especially congratulate all the other candidates vying for the Mr. K Award. My name is Brian Stewart, and I'm Chief Development Officer for Dixon Dively Orthopedics, and I've been with our company for just over a year. Great year to make a change, right? Some of you may surmise that the greatest challenge that Dixon Dively has faced over the past 12 months is COVID-19, being in healthcare. And while I'll tell you that it's impacted every facet of our business and probably most of your businesses, the greatest challenge that we've taken on and faced in the last 12 months is the challenge to take our really good company to a really great company. If you look at our 97 years of providing medical services and all of the metrics that would judge whether or not we're performing at a high level, Dixon Dively checks all the boxes. Our patient satisfaction scores, our patient surveys, our outcomes are all exemplary. But I'm talking about the type of change that's transformational to an organization. Changes like instituting a charitable committee to better serve our community. Changes like an employee engagement survey to be able to better listen to our staff and employees. And changes like listening to our referral sources to understand how we can be better for them today, tomorrow, and into the future.
Good morning, Dixon Dively. Thank you for that discussion. Congrats on being close to 100 years here. Talk a little bit about your culture of service and how that affects not only your customers, but the extended community.
Absolutely. We are a customer service organization, even though some people might perceive that healthcare might not be as much focused on customer service, but our opportunities to interact with our patients every day are an opportunity to show them and to elevate and raise their expectations of what customer service should be like in healthcare. We take that seriously, from the front desk staff that greets our patients to the orthopedic physicians that treat them on a daily basis. It's interwoven into our fabric as an organization, and it's an opportunity that we look forward to every day.
Morning. You all allow 8 hours of PTO for your staff to engage in community service individually. Can you talk a little bit about what that means to the organization and how that helps bridge your service to the community?
Absolutely. We believe in giving back to our community. We believe in engaging in our community. And maybe even more importantly, we believe in trying to provide opportunities for our staff to understand and know what needs are actually out there in the community, and the best ways that we can provide a hand up to folks that just maybe need just that, just a hand up. The opportunity to have 8 hours for our staff to go out and perform community activities, whether it be at Children's Mercy Hospital, whether it be at Safe Home, whether it be with Big Brothers Big Sisters. We think those opportunities for us to engage are important and what helps define us and define our culture as an organization.
It's great. Thank you.
You bet. Thanks, guys.
Hello, I'm Ellen Fairchild with Evergy. For many years, we've been a sponsor of the Chamber's Small Business Initiative celebration. At Evergy, we believe small businesses are the backbone of our community and our region, and are proud to be the energy behind them. As we all navigate these unprecedented times and look for ways to continue to keep this sector of the economy thriving, we are excited to join with you and the Chamber as we celebrate the spirit, the ingenuity, and the energy of our small businesses. Their resourcefulness, courage, and commitment have never been more important. Please join Evergy and me in congratulating all of our great Small Business Award candidates.
Thanks, Evergy, and thank you, everyone. This is about halftime of today's show. So judges, you're doing great. Candidates, you're doing great. We're doing this thing, everybody. So congratulations. Thank you, Evergy. Our next candidate helps businesses and organizations tell their stories. They're a full-service video production company in Westwood. Please welcome KJO Media.
Hi, I'm TJ Killian, founder and president of KJO Media. I started KJO in 2003, and over the last 17 years, we've grown from me in my basement to 11 employees headquartered in a full production studio in Westwood. We're a full-service video production and creative powerhouse, specializing in strategic storytelling through video, animation, photography, and visual media. We've seen our staff, client roster, and revenue steadily and consistently trend up, even through some difficult times. We are undaunted by the challenges in front of us. In the next 5 years, we'll continue to expand our reach into new businesses, product offerings, and even new physical locations. Since our founding, we've made an immense effort to truly be a part of the community by serving not only its businesses, but also its nonprofits. We believe to truly be a part of the community, you have to have skin in the game. And we know video, more than any other media, has the power to get people to take action. Everyone at KJO has a true passion for video. We feel truly lucky to be doing something we love and also to be considered as one of KC's premier small businesses. Thank you.
Good morning, KJO. Thank you. That was a great video. I'd like to ask you, Kansas City is obviously home to a number of video production companies. So what is it that sets KJO apart and lets you rise above the rest?
Sure. I believe it's our culture. We have a real culture of caring here at KJO Media. We're committed to Kansas City, and we believe that our long-term success is really only viable if our community thrives. And we spend an outside portion of our resources working with nonprofits And so we believe that when our community is thriving, we're thriving. I also believe it's our people. We have a really great staff here, and our people are committed to a culture of creativity, an aggressive business development approach, and really making sure that the work that we do for our clients is delivers on the message that they're looking to have for whatever project it is we're working on.
So 2019 was a good growth year for you, and you have plans to even open a new office in Houston. How are those plans going with the economic situation this year, and how do you see maintaining business throughout?
Sure. The pandemic obviously was a disruption. Any project that we had that had anything to do with an event or travel, obviously those things were all disrupted. So we had to come up with some strategies to sort of work through those obstacles. And immediately our team came together and we came up with ways to sort of meet those challenges head on. And I feel really good about the solutions that we came up with to overcome those. And as I look to, expansion into Houston specifically, we have a key hire that is looking to relocate there. And it totally makes sense for that person to remain a part of KJO Media as they bring their lives to Houston. We're going to kind of take the pandemic situation as it unfolds to see how we're going to handle those expansion opportunities, but it's somewhere that in the near future, when all of this starts to sort of work itself out, that's what we plan on doing.
Well, that's great. Good luck and best of success in Houston.
Thank you.
Thanks, KJO. Just don't steal any signs when you're in Houston. I don't know if I'm supposed to say something like that, but don't do that. I told them I wouldn't do this stuff. Thank you, guys. Our next candidate creates the signs that grab people's attention. They are known for their vivid and eye-catching signs and graphics. Please welcome to the showcase, Midtown Signs.
Midtown Signs is a local company servicing the community since 2004. A quality sign speaks to potential customers. Your sign impacts the community by connecting people to the places in their lives. When you invest time, energy, heart, and capital in your business, you need signage that really reflects that investment. Midtown Signs delivers that unique image. Our Kansas City shop is a design, graphic production, installation, and sign fabrication facility. Old age artistry meets modern precision to create powerful messages that stop the eye, starts the sale, promotes community and economic growth. Tell the world what you do and who you are at a price that does not break your budget. Because after all, a business with no sign is a sign of no business.
Good morning, Midtown Signs. Great video. Tell me a little bit more about that community connection. How has Midtown Signs really been able to collaborate effectively with your customers or others in the community to really leverage that expertise that you guys have in bringing inspiration to the community?
Yeah, we believe that a community is kind of based around signs. How do you get to somewhere, and how do you know where do you want to be? A sign calls you in, and also a sign creates community because it's something new or it's something that is happening within that environment. The community has always been a part of the sign business because this community is based around community. If we didn't have signs, then we would be we wouldn't really be a community. I'm not sure.
Good morning. You provide some great benefits to your employees. Can you talk a little bit about how you engage them in their work every day and how it helps be a viable company for you here in town?
Yeah, the sign business is very multifaceted faceted business. It's kind of where the industrial arts and commercial art collide. So we rely a lot on designers to bring us designs. We do design ourselves. And part of that is having our employees be able to bring those designs to light. It could be, you know, with metal, wood, plastic, so on and so forth. We engage our employees by letting them have the opportunity to learn in a truly studious environment. We've always allowed people to learn whatever they want to learn within the business, and that includes you know, moving people from production into sales, and from administration into building a sign. We've also always tried to get new and creative people into the business. We do that through a couple of community outreach programs for the International Sign Day, where we have a lot of kids come in from different high schools, elementary schools, and colleges to try to learn about the sign business and understand that they can come here for a career.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, second big glitch there. Sorry, guys. Our next candidate is one of the leaders in co-working across Greater Kansas City. Their first location was in Lenexa, and they recently opened their 5th location in downtown Kansas City. Please welcome Flexpod.
When we launched Flexpod about 5 years ago, we envisioned something that Kansas City did not have. Kansas City, this most entrepreneurial city in America, did not have the hubs where entrepreneurs could gather, work alongside each other, and collaborate. It's something called co-working. And we now have 5 locations in Kansas City, and really one of the strongest entrepreneur centers in the Midwest. We believe we've created something that Kansas City can give to other cities. You know, we often say it's next generation workspace, but in reality, it's also next generation community center. One of the things I'm most proud of is that Flexpod was birthed right here in Kansas City. If you'll go to our location in Lenexa, Kansas, and our River Market location, you'll see 2 murals on the side of the building. Each mural represents the state of Kansas and the state of Missouri, and the blending that comes together to make this region so great. On any given day at Flexpod, you'll find a lot of people working. We have a representation of all sectors across all industries at Flexpod. The commercial real estate industry is telling us that our future is bright. As much as 30% of the commercial real estate office market by 2030 could be co-working or flexible office space, and we want to be a part of that future.
Hello, congratulations on all your success. I am so excited to talk to you. So I would love to hear what has been going on with your business for the past 5-6 months. How have you been managing your, your model with working from home? Before you want to unmute yourself?
Yes, I think that would be helpful. I'm Stephanie Medina. I'm the COO here at Flexpod. Obviously, I think the landscape has changed for everyone these past few months, and our model has pivoted to shift with the times that we are currently in. I mean, we really think it's important to listen to our members, what their needs are. And so during this COVID time, I mean, we have supported essential businesses who still have to keep their doors open and operating, but we've pivoted our model and offered kind of an a la carte menu, if you will, and lowered pricing. And we've also offered free student co-working. I know we've started to get a lot of inquiries in that regard, and corporate co-working as well. That's a new plan that we've launched. We have a lot of corporate companies that are looking to disperse their workforce. So we're still seeing people and trying to keep our community vibrant via virtual, but we do have people still coming in, and we've just shifted our model to accommodate the current times.
So as part of your video, there was a mention that you are hoping to lend this type of strategy into other cities and other areas. So have you all actually considered moving outside of the Kansas City metro area and going, nationally?
A very timely question. Thank you. We're from Kansas City, and what we've birthed here is there's no better place to do that. And currently, we're working on about 5 other cities. We really did hit the brakes in April, but none of the projects were canceled. And to be honest with you, it's very strange to be in the situation we're in when we are, working on new locations, spending money on new locations, but we're committed to the future. And we think what we've done in Kansas City is something that every community needs. I think you'll note that all of the larger co-working companies that you might be familiar with, they're all looking at the big cities globally, and we think entrepreneurs are everywhere. So we would like to see them in all the small cities in America. So we're trying to figure out that model, and what better place to start than here in Kansas City.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Flexpod. Our next candidate provides care for men and women living with dementia. They use small homes, adult day programs, hands-on approach, and even a farmstead for residents. Welcome, Prairie Eldercare.
We're happy to tell you about Prairie Eldercare today. We are co-founders, Michaela Gibson and Mandy Shoemaker. Prairie Eldercare is made up of 4 group homes and a day program specifically designed for people living with dementia. Our mission is giving back community, connection, and control to our residents. We believe that if a person has a feeling of control, they will have a greatly improved quality of life, full of connections and community. Connections come in many forms. You can see we really love animals. Engaging in fun, purposeful activities creates positive feelings that last well beyond the moment. Our model has even proven successful through the pandemic, as all of the pictures you see in this slideshow today have been taken since March. You can see that our residents are truly experiencing quality of life. Thanks for watching. We hope you'll have some questions.
Welcome. And I'm really interested to hear more about the values that you chose. I was really intrigued by reading about your core values and just the connection to your business model. If you could give us more of a backstory of why you chose those 3 values, I would love that.
The values, the community, connection, and control.
The integrity, love, and compassion.
There you go. We realized we should have our application in front of us. Integrity, love, and compassion. So I'm Mandy Shoemaker, and this is Michaela Gibson. And we opened our first home in July of 2014. And as you can imagine, caring for people living with dementia is really hard, even in the best of circumstances. And that integrity and love and compassion is, if that's not our focus, then having just a bottom line focused, only business minded scenario does not lend itself to quality of life and the kind of imagery that you saw that's happening daily in our homes. Our decision-making process is what is best for the resident, what's best for the other residents in the house, what's best for the staff, and what's best for the bottom line. And so with all of those things combined, we keep our homes full and we sleep at night. And those things are both really important.
Thank you so much.
You know, so when you mention connection and fun and purposeful activity, when we think about innovation, how do you all incorporate innovation into your business model to continuously think about forward-thinking activities and plan for the future and, you know, forever changing? What are some things that you all do and have done in the past in order to, you know, incorporate innovation?
Yeah, well, I think thanks for the question. And I think that's definitely something that sets us apart. The video Mandy did gives a good example of some of the things, you know, you don't see chickens and goats and pigs in most places or any really. This year, because we had to look at the fact that we weren't going to be able to go out and be in the community, we did a community garden. We're doing a putting green. So this year we've really looked at what things can we add within our homes or our land. I think the other thing is that we really look at for each resident, what are their strengths, what are their interests, and how do we work around them? So thanks.
Hey, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
You have the right to be uncommon if you can. That's what Mr. K believed about entrepreneurial opportunity. I'm Melissa Roberts Chapman, and I'm with the Kauffman Foundation, where we work with Kansas City's entrepreneurial community to bring to life Mr. K's vision of a city in which everyone has the opportunity to start a business. In times like these, you've got to celebrate your successes, so please join me in congratulating these exceptional entrepreneurs and enjoy the pitches.
Thank you to the Kauffman Foundation for your continued support. Great partner in Kansas City. Our next candidate is all about logistics. They are a transportation firm based out of Overland Park with partners in 50 states. This candidate has you covered. Please welcome Seth Marr Transportation.
We are Seth Marr Transportation, headquartered in Overland Park, Kansas, and we have 4 locations in Kansas City, Denver, Fayetteville, and Chicago, Illinois. About us, founded 20 years ago, new owners purchased about 3 years ago. We focus on 3 customers, primarily, first and foremost, our people, our carriers, and our partners. We're really focused on building continuous supply chains versus static ones as the industry continues to evolve. We believe strongly in our story, and our story creates our perception. And with that perception, creates expectations from our customers. Our mantra around the office has evolved into, it takes what it takes. We believe everyone has options in life, but when it comes to choices, if you want to be excellent, there are no choices. You know what it takes to be excellent. Our core values, we're continuously trying to do things better. Again, excellence. We're hungry. We believe the wolf climbing the hill is always hungrier than the wolf on the hill. Humble. Everything is our job. No gossip. We're focused, again, intently on relationships. You'll see that's a common theme throughout our culture. When we talk to any of our customers, we talk about why. It's our people. Focused with the right technology to support the people, focus on solutions, and together that creates the story. Yes.
Are you there? I think we're going to move to the Q&A just to keep things equitable. I think you're doing great, but we're going to move on to the judges if you want to take the screen share off. Yep.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Welcome and thank you. It was a great presentation. So what I would love to know is, from your application, I really feel your passion behind the company. I would love to know the customer, how you would describe what your customers, how your customers would describe Seth Mara. What would they say about your company?
Sure, absolutely. I think first and foremost, the people here would say they love working here. We have people that want to come in on the weekends, come in on Labor Day, asking what else can we do to help drive the place. They're really focused on making Seth Mara the best it can be. As far as working with an actual customer, innovative, solution focused, thinking outside the box. They really value that we'll work until the job gets done. And then on the carrier piece, I think a lot of places in logistics, they feel forgotten, and we treat them, as important, if not more important, as the customers, because without them, we can't do or create the solutions that we have.
Thank you.
And when you're in the transportation business, so how is it that you keep your employees, involved and tuned and part of the community? I know that's a hard question during this pandemic, but what are some things that you can share with us as far as how you keep your culture growing within your business?
I think the biggest word there is flexibility. Transportation today it's 24/7. You have a cell phone. We pay for those cell phones, but they're connected. So giving them the flexibility to, leave early, do the things they need to do. We actually have a barber that comes in the office, and 5 or 6 of the guys all line up and get their hair cut. And, just trying to have fun with it, trying to think of those unique, fun things that make a, like you said, a rather tedious job stand out. And then, from happy hours or, just grabbing a beer after work across the street, whatever it is, it's a really, really connected family. It's just a cool atmosphere.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, Seth Mara. It was good. Our first PowerPoint. Crushed it. This next candidate is a woman-owned, sister-owned video production company. Founded in 2017, they started growing their client base through networking and have been growing ever since. Please welcome Stellar Image Studios.
Hey Jasmine, can you tell us why Stellar Image Studios should win the Emerging Small Business Award?
I sure can. So our unique proposition is reflected in 3 different components. 1, we're a full service video production company. 2, we're women owned, so we actively recruit women. And 3, Amber and I make great business partners because she's the creative side of the business and I am the business side. We make ongoing investments for state-of-the-art equipment, softwares, and systems. In 2018 to 2019, we increased our sales by 400%. Year to date, right now in 2020, during a pandemic, we're still showing a profit. So giving back to the community is in our DNA. We support by creating a new curriculum that actively recruits women. Another big way that we give back to the community is our annual event, On Stage with Sis, where we support local musicians and give them a platform to perform while giving them free video support. Kansas City has proven to be the perfect home for Sis. We would be absolutely honored to win the Small Emerging Business Award.
Welcome and thank you. Congratulations on all your success. It's really impressive and inspirational. What do you attribute the top factors and the reason that you've had such, really, really great growth, especially during this very troubled, and challenging time?
Yeah, I would say that what I would attribute to our success is both Amber and I's different focuses on the business. Amber provides the creative vision on projects, while I really concentrate on the business side of things. And this approach really enables us to deliver projects on time and on budget, and has led to really a high level of customer satisfaction.
Thank you.
And can you tell us a little bit more about your networking and how your business, came to be as successful as it is today? Wanted to learn more about your networking and how you were able to leverage that networking to start your business.
Sure. Yeah, when I first got started, I was attending, I feel like, every networking event that any chamber offered. And I did that by just going in with the approach of not trying to sell everybody video, but more going in on an approach of like, how can I help you? How can we work together? And I usually follow up with a email and a coffee date if I can, and really try to learn and listen to people and hear what their needs are. And that has led to our growth. And my sister Amber too, she also connects with other people through social media platforms. So she'll direct message them, and it typically leads to a coffee date or something where we learn more about the person. And I really focus on developing that relationship first. And during the pandemic has presented, unique opportunities with networking. So I'm doing a lot of virtual networking and connecting with people through LinkedIn, which has helped sustain and still grow the business during this time.
Great, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stellar Image Studios. I love a good networking story, right?
Yeah, thank you.
For more than 18 years, they have been one of Kansas City's leading IT support companies. And it's no surprise when you hear they have a 97.8% client approval rating. Please welcome our next candidate, the Purple Guys.
IT got you stressed out? You really need to find your happy place. Oh look, there it is right behind me. The Purple Guys. We're the world-class IT support experts, and we put IT stress to rest. With all-inclusive billing that's kind to your bottom line, and amazing people that are kind to your front line. That's why over 170 businesses in the KC Metro trust us with their IT support. And it's what drives our 97.3% client approval rating. I guess you could say that the Purple Guys are KC's go-to guys. So call us today, because life is best with no stress.
Hello.
Hi, Purple Guy.
Hi.
I'm glad you're wearing a purple shirt. Otherwise, that was going to be my question as to why you weren't wearing one. Thank you for that presentation. I've read in your application that you've started acquiring companies. You expanded to St. Louis a few years ago. Talk about your expansion plans and how you see growth happening for you in the coming years and in your industry.
Well, in the industry as a whole, it is growing rapidly. The recent pandemic really put an emphasis on IT support, and it is the thing that keeps communities and people connected right now. So as far as growth opportunities, it's kind of limitless. The core focus for us right now is to be focused on the KC metro area, and our second location is in St. Louis. So we'll continue to look for opportunities in and around Kansas City, both from an acquisition standpoint as well as just organic growth. But there's definitely a need now more than ever for our services.
Great, thank you.
Great job thus far, and you guys have had a huge need for IT services with this pandemic. Share with me a little bit about your employment engagement. Just how has the pandemic affected your employee morale? What are some of the creative things you're doing internally to keep the employment engagement at a high level?
Well, just like everybody else, we went to remote work. Our staff is technically enabled to do that, but we went home, and the very first part of this that actually helped from an employee engagement and a team building engagement was we basically had about 5,000 requests to set people up to work from home, because that was not the norm when we started that. So that actually started kind of the front end of this with the employee engagement, the way the team came together and just handled the literal tidal wave of work that we had. So that was part of it, and then just sort of sharing the war stories around that. Some of the other stuff we do, we still try to stay involved from a community perspective. One of the really fun things we just did was for Big Brothers and Big Sisters, they had a virtual trivia fundraising event. So we actually got 2 Purple Guys teams. One was staged in the office, another one us was staged remotely. So we had our own competition in between ourselves virtually for that event. So doing stuff virtually online, lots of teams meetings, just like everybody else is doing, to keep the culture going.
Thank you.
Thanks, Purple Guys. Our next candidate serves clients in 4 states, and for nearly 45 years, they've been an insurance provider in the specialty auto market. Please welcome Traders Insurance.
Traders Insurance, a winning company in a town of champions, providing insurance services since 1976. After growing from a traditional family business to now employing over 140 people, our sense of family is still part of our company's DNA. Many things change in 40 years, but we have always strived to simply be the best personal auto insurer in our market for our agency partners, our customers, our employees, and Kansas City. We sell and service insurance products, but that is not who we are. We are difference makers. Traders Insurance is a winning business because of our employees. Our team is recognized in the community, doing various outreach and supporting charities. Traders offers a product that is an important part of many Kansas City area independent insurance agencies. We help them win business, especially in the Spanish-speaking community. Our product specifically helps those in an underserved market obtain auto and renters insurance at an affordable price. Traders possesses the winning combination of being a group of caring professionals and providing an important product for our market.
I don't see Traders, but Traders, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There you are. Thanks for that video. That was great. And congratulations on your longevity, in which, as an outsider, I assume is a really competitive industry. Your application talks about being David in the David versus Goliath story. Can you talk about how you compete with the big companies in your industry and all of their marketing dollars, and how you are different from them?
Yeah, so Traders, if you think about our competitors in our market, a Progressive and a Geico would be some of those competitors to give you a sense of where we compete. We differentiate ourselves because we know our market. We're local. We're in a 4-state area, so we're not trying to accomplish, we're not trying to accomplish on a nationwide basis. And by virtue of knowing our market and really just having the close connection with the independent insurance agents, and then ultimately just being great at what we do, we think that our vision and our values are a key part of how we can differentiate ourselves, because it's difficult for a larger insurance company to have the kind of values that we do about how we treat our customers and how we treat our employees. And one of the things that we encourage all of our employees to do and to understand and appreciate is that Traders is a place where they can leave their footprint. And when you have people that are working for you that understand and can buy into that they do more than just sell insurance or service an insurance policy, that they're really sitting on a platform that allows them to meet people in, if not a tragic situation, certainly a traumatic one where they are in a car wreck, and they have the opportunity to really meet people there and make a difference in their experience.
Thank you.
So in small business, growth, sustainability is key. What are some of the different things that you're doing? I know there's a lot of insurance providers, as you mentioned, but in small business, are there things that you guys are doing differently from a marketing, branding standpoint during this time that we're all faced with that makes you stand out still?
Yeah, I think one of the key things that really allows us to differentiate is just to be fundamentally good we don't always just compete on price. Being profitable is important to our organization because it allows us to provide opportunities to people that work for us, and it allows us to grow. And we have a moderate growth plan because of the risk factors associated with the business that we're in. We have a conservative, moderate growth plan that allows us to do right and do things right. And then when there are opportunities and things happen in the marketplace that present opportunities, that we're in a great place to seize those. And that's why in the past we see moderate growth, but then we'll have these years where we have some pretty significant growth.
That was the perfect cue. Thank you for wrapping up. We're now going to have a special word from Joe Reardon, our president and CEO. Joe?
Hi, I'm Joe Reardon, President and CEO of the Greater Kansas City Chamber of Commerce, and I want to thank all of you for attending our Small Business Showcase event virtually today. The Chamber is as committed as ever to small business and working with small business to be successful in Kansas City, and we're so proud of all of those businesses that are being acknowledged during the showcase. We just have unbelievable small businesses in Kansas City that are doing their darndest even in the midst of COVID, and we're here to help in any way we can. And for those of you that are viewers today, don't forget to vote for the Small Business Fan Favorite for both days. And thanks so much for being a part of this great event. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Joe. The virtual handoff worked. Our next candidate is a custom manufacturer and distributor specializing in commercial and military aerospace structures. They support commercial, military, and industrial customers. Please welcome Ultratech Aerospace.
Welcome to Ultratech Aerospace. I'm Doug O'Reilly, Business Development Manager here at Ultratech. We're honored and excited to showcase our small business. I want to thank the KC Chamber for providing us this opportunity. We specialize in the manufacture and distribution of custom components for the commercial and military aerospace industries, which include flight hardware and ground support equipment. We currently support some of the largest aerospace and military defense companies in the world, including Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Saab, Honeywell, and the United States Department of Energy. Since our acquisition in 2013 by IBT, a family-owned Kansas City company since 1948, we've doubled our staff to 47 full-time employees and have taken our revenues from $3.6 million to a projected $14 million fiscal year 2020. While our growth has been strong, it's not the only priority here at Ultratech. As an essential business, we've been fortunate to remain open and fully staffed through the recent pandemic. During this time, we've provided paid leave for at-risk individuals and additional financial support to all employees, along with our comprehensive benefits plan. This is an example of a commitment to a family culture that is encouraged and made possible through the support of our ownership, which in my opinion makes Ultratech one of the best places to work in Kansas City. We want to thank you for taking the time to stop by Ultratech and learn about us, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions.
Hi there.
Hello.
Thanks for that.
Good afternoon.
So you have the word aerospace in your name, which is pretty cool, and you got fighter jets behind you, which is pretty cool too. And in your application, you also mentioned some other industries that you work in. Can you talk about the scope of the products you offer and the industries that you work in outside of aerospace, perhaps?
Yeah, go ahead, Doug. I'll let you field this one. Yeah, we started out about 35 years ago. Uh-oh. Well, I'll hop in. Yeah, we started out about 35 years ago. Ultratech was founded in 1983, really supporting a lot of the local industrial businesses, anywhere from packaging to automotive to some pharmaceutical manufacturers. Making custom parts for their machinery, internal and external. So, and then when we were acquired by IBT in 2013, we also brought in an aerospace distribution business. So we supply a lot of bearings, bushings, hydraulic fittings, and things of those nature into the aerospace industry now. So.
Thanks.
You guys have shown some phenomenal growth from what you shared in your video. And if you could a little bit, expand on some of the benefits and ways that you guys are attracting top talent to your organization.
Yeah, it's a good question. So what we know as a small business that we can't always compete in salaries and wages. So we certainly have to make this an enjoyable place to work. I think it starts with a family atmosphere. We make sure we let everybody know that they're important, they stay engaged. Our management team is involved on a daily basis, and whether it's one-on-one meetings or cross-functional department meetings, as well as we have monthly all-hand meetings, we have monthly safety meetings, just to make sure that every employee has a chance to speak up and provide their opinion. We rely heavily on our employees, especially our machinists, to make the quality product that we turn out. So we definitely want to make sure that they have a voice and they stay engaged. I think the other thing we do is we have a comprehensive benefits package. We try for employees only. We cover 100% of their health care. We have a retirement package, some long-term disability, health and life insurance, and a lot of benefits in that range as well that make it an attractive place to work.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. We'll call that a buzzer beater. Good job, Ultratech. All right, our final of the day. We've made it, and it's pretty darn good. Our next candidate is a woman-owned and operated brand strategy and design firm with a focus on food, fashion, and community and well-being. This candidate is the longest continuously running woman-owned firm in the country. Please welcome Willoughby Design.
Please hold on when the streetcar is in motion.
Design is unifying. At Willoughby, we use it to bring people and communities together.
Kansas City isn't just home to us. For decades, we have helped our city become more vibrant.
We have worked with amazing teams of people in retail, architecture, packaging, and entertainment.
National and international companies, entrepreneurs, education, and government.
We really love the work that helps children, families, and even our four-legged friends.
But the thing we are most proud of are the people we work with every day. People of all kinds who constantly push each other to be better.
We are Willoughby.
Hi, Willoughby.
Hello.
Great video. Thanks for that.
Thanks.
I see in your application that you went through an ownership transition a few years ago. Can you please talk about any challenges maybe you faced through that transition and the vision that you have for the future with the two of you at the helm?
Sure. So Willoughby was founded in 1978 by Ann Willoughby, and Nicole and I were fortunate to join in the late 90s. So we've been here equally over 20 years each. And so the ownership conversation is one that had been going on for a long time. And it was a decision that we made that we're very passionate about the brand. Ann Willoughby had been an amazing mentor to us, and she wanted the brand to live on. And so it was about a 5-year conversation about how to do it and how to make the transition smooth and work. And we're really proud of the fact actually that we achieved it, because it is hard when you don't have a family ownership to transition a company to employees within the company. As far as our vision for the future, we've been at the helm now for 3 years. And at first it was making sure that we kept everything consistent for our staff and our clients. And now we're looking at, for the next 40 years, how do we evolve design, and how is design thinking evolving within the world? And how do we continue the legacy that has inspired us to get as far as we have?
Great, thanks.
All right, as small business owners, we're always trying to reinvent yourself, your product, your design. Share with me, if you would, during this pandemic, some ways that you guys have had to pivot and reinvent some of your action plans for this calendar year.
Sure. Well, luckily, the transition to working from home was not difficult for us. We have a culture where we were working from home occasionally before anyway, and so the majority of the work that we do, we were just able to bring it home, and we've been functioning just fine for the past few months.
And for our clients, we have clients that are both national and local. So we work on conference calls regularly. We've had a lot more phone conversations, actually, just problem solving with our clients and thinking about how they need to move their brands forward. And in addition, we've had community members reach out and ask us to help with things like Come Back KC, and we helped launch Chef Collective, which is a local organization to help get chefs back to work and to get meals out into the community. So it's really been a combination of really trying to figure out where can we be useful as designers in our community, how can we help our customers think differently, and how can we move to more digital platforms and use the talents that we have to really meet the needs of this changing time.
Another buzzer beater. Well done, ladies. Yeah, I'm impressed by the world right now. We did great, everybody. Thank you. Big virtual round of applause to our candidates. You guys, that is no small feat to do what we just did in an orchestrated fashion. So proud to have such a fantastic group of small businesses with us today. Just 2 quick seconds here to also thank the crew behind the scenes. Vicki Kulikoff, our small business director, doing a great job. Laura Dryden and Sydney Wycliffe from the Chamber, orchestrating all of this is amazing. And then Harvest, our RAV company. So big thanks to all of you. Wasn't in the script, but you guys all know this is a heck of a thing to pull off. So with that, I'm going to bring up our sponsor today, American Century, and my good friend Diane Gallagher. If she's still with us. I think she is. There she is, still smiling. Diane, you're going to close us out today. The floor is yours.
Great. Thanks so much, David. And just to echo what you said, what a great display of energy and innovation among all the candidates today. So that is a perfect way to spend the midday on a Wednesday. And certainly thanks to everyone who has participated by showing support for all these small businesses. This has not been an easy year, and we saw your resiliency and your energy through this time. So don't forget, you will have a chance to vote on today's Honeywell fan favorite. So please check your emails on Friday for that survey. And of course, today was just day 1. So come on back tomorrow for day 2 of our virtual candidate showcase from 11 to 1 Central Time. You'll hear from our next round of 18 candidates as they tell us about their businesses and take questions once again from our judges. Then the judges will choose our top 10 small businesses shortly thereafter. Those will be announced on September 4th. And the Small Business of the Year will be announced in October. So you'll get more details on that in the coming weeks. But in the meantime, thank you once again for your support of our Kansas City community. And we will see you all tomorrow.